Is this shit buffering? Let me know. Let me know if it's buffering or. Whoa, puff coat. Not 420, but we still on the puff coat. Sitting in the spaceship. What up, Frosty? What up, Zenthusiast? What up, Rolando? Rolando says I'm getting attacked on X by Zentop. Oh, I'm getting attacked on X by Zen top of the chart buyers. That's a bottom signal. 100 emoji. I don't think there's gonna be cheaper CBZen prices post Zen burn. Mentors and stakers are in a good spot. Oh, thanks, Frosty. I'm glad that the stream seems fine. Yeah, maybe it's just tweaking on my end. Yum. Got some coffee right now. None of this shit is financial advice. As usual, none of the crypto is actually financial. We are all experiencing an experiment. Stop thinking you're gonna make money off this shit. If you don't know how to make money off this shit, that's on you. Man, we had mad things going on. Oh, I got my, hold on, I gotta put my hair back. Hell no. I thought I was gonna give you guys some hair. Nah, I ain't giving y'all no hair, man. Fuck that. This shit is everywhere. Hold up. You never know what it looks like until you see it on the stream. Then it's like, damn. It's got hella hair. Let me get to this. More hip hop. What up, Savon? Zen down bad right now, but I'm still holding my stake. Facts. Yo, which one you still got, bro? What's up, dude? You still, I gotta hit you back up. It's been a long weekend. Whoa. It's been a long weekend, man. I gotta hit everybody back. Yeah, bro. I know. I'm about to have your length dreads before you know it, type shit. What up, Bud Green? Bruhs, thugs in harmony. Dude, what the fuck? Hold on. I gotta fucking blow my nose. Hold on. I got. Okie dokie. Shit. Man, I hate when I have to like blow my nose and I'm like talking like I'm Vitalik because I don't want to sniffle. All right, we're better. Fuck. Bro, it's Monday. It's Monday, April 21st. R.I.P. to P.o.P. He had to go out on Easter. That shit crazy. Shit crazy. XEN and CBZen. Don't forget to pass, bro. Yo, no, it's that Puffco pivot, man. That one's a little too spicy. That's my one feedback to Puffco. That one's spicy as hell. Needs a filter on it. Always burns my throat. Nah, bro. Nah, Rolando. We don't do that, man. You gotta get that out of you. On some health shit. On some health shit. But yeah, so Savon says you got ETH and CBZen. Well, CBZen is doing awesome. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. Cause yeah, we got a brand new burner out. It's in the title. It's called Burn Zen. Big ups, Tree City West. That fool be cooking. Right now the chart, it looks like it's dumping versus CBZen, so that's fine. That's the way we want it to be. We want people to actually be able to make X burner and sell it back into CBZen, because then it pumps CBZen. That was the whole idea. And then maybe they'll catch on that X burner is low in supply, so it's easy to pump when everybody gets over the fact that it's about burning your CBZen. But we'll get there in the future. We'll get there in the future. I'm still waiting to get my position. I've only burned 18 billion right now. I'm about to come in like Mayweather in a second. But yeah, I gotta wait for my mints to end so I can get back over there. And yeah, Zen is down. Don't get it. I mean, Zen is what it is, bro. It's a hyperinflating token, and if you know, you know. That's the wildest part of it all. You need to know, or you're in the dark. And to know is to be like active, and to be active is to be retarded. So nobody wants to be full retard except a few Zenians out there. The feedback loop, exactly, Rolando. Yo, we needed one dApp that focused on CBZen, not so much on itself, so we could try to get CBZen moving, which it is. And again, this is from people selling the X burner back into CBZen and holding it for some reason, or like, well, some of them are reburning it. So that's like the loop is you can essentially burn it, take it, sell it, burn it again, and then take it, sell it, burn it again. And then this again, the X burner, it's gonna be fucking cool. It's such a weird one. Man, darn it. Was trying to hold back on having that happen. Sorry about that. But where's my base memes? That's why. So yeah, this shit is straight going down. Let's see if it happened in the ETH pool. Some people are providing Ethereum, and this is, I think, okay. It's only been out for like not even a day yet. So what the fuck is price? I guess I haven't even explained what this is, but if you haven't been around, the homie Tree City West, he's been working on something, and it kind of all just started with this idea again of just like, how do you help CBZen so that like we had like, that's the whole point of Zen. Like you hold Zen and you build around it. So then that way profit, whatever that is, whatever that's supposed to be, it goes back into the like the main goal, because that's what it's all about, you know. Like it's all about, in my personal opinion, getting people to understand that CBZen is the most fair launch coin on base chain. Like there is nothing else on base chain like CBZen, and even in the Zen ecosystem, in the overall Zen ecosystem, there's way less crybabies over on CBZen. And I guess on Pulse Chain, because they up 14% for no reason. What the fuck? Why is Pulse Chain up 14% for no reason, Rolando? I guess Pulse Chain is alive. I don't know. I don't really hang out on Pulse Chain. That's Rolando's chain. That's King P over there. I'm on base. I'm trying to sneak into the centralized exchange conversation. What's up? What's up, base? You should sponsor CBZen. We're your decentralized friend, your bridge to X1. But yeah, you see CBZen up today, dominating all the Zen chains. Only Pulse Chain is up here, so you should be kind of mad if you hate Pulse Chain and you're not in CBZen. Again, and I'm saying, all chains could be like this, but they need like a community push behind them. So Zen is fairly launched. Oops, wrong one. So Zen is fairly launched. It's already finished. We didn't get the Jack news that everybody wanted. Listen back to a space that was in yesterday with Dank, and that was kind of funny too. The space yesterday with Dank, I was not expecting that shit to like get a Jack 11 what's up. So shout out to Jack for just randomly pulling up and blowing up the space. This shit was just supposed to be like an hour, 30 minutes of us just chilling, talking about Zen crypto. But it turned into like a very informative little bit of, you know, time in a Zen space. So we got some really cool things that were like just floating around. But again, the point of the space was just talking about Zen, and I'm glad Jack stepped in to talk about Zen, because I've been waiting for that. Like, what is it to him? So yeah, he's a developer. He might have found Zen, or yeah, he's like the founder of Zen, right? But truthfully, Zen is just a token. It's just a coin, and it's here to inspire. And I think, again, it has a lot of good ingredients when I look at a fair coin to kind of give it the crown. Like, oh yeah, this is the most fair coin out. Like, if you're trying to expose yourself to, you know, fairness versus like legacy, because legacy is going to exist. And that's what's been happening currently in these markets. Let's look at it real quick. Damn, you sold some of your P.o.P bag. Hey, well, that's just like what it is. I'm sure you'll get back. You said I mean, like what it is like, yeah. Usually when you shake or whatever, or when you move, is when the market moves, because you're the one that needed to move. Someone had to move. You made it move. It's about holding as long as you can past that point, or developing something. That's what I think is happening now. CBZ, we're gonna probably be able to make a lot of burner dApps and make them more intense. People can include whatever they want, But yeah, build with CBZen. Build with CBZen. That's the fucking notion. If you are mad with your Zen experience and you've been here this long, you should use AI. Make something stupid. Make some stupid Zen. Stupid Zen time, okay? But yeah, like that's what's happening, man. That shit's just moving. It finally felt your leave. We taking the spot. So yeah, we have Bitcoin moving right now up 88,000. Ethereum sitting here at 1,600. We got XRP at $2. Yuck. Solana at $138. Let's fucking go. ADA reaching for that dollar, hopefully. And of course, Tron 24 cents. So market seems to be responding well to nothing. It's Monday, crypto's up, I guess. I'm not really paying too much attention to the mainstream, but again, this is why Zen should be up, because it's attached to Ethereum, but it's got fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now due to the fact that there was no X1 chain on 420. Like, everybody is very sad. I thought that something would happen. So something did happen. It just wasn't what everybody wanted to happen, which is usually the reality in Zen. Zen is like the cold truth, because the truth will set you free. And that's part of the fairness. Now you're watching like the capitulation of like, I believed in this for 2 to 3 years and I don't know what to do right now. This is probably like when, like, yeah, you should quit if you can't last 3 to 5 more months. But in the case study, like, this is really interesting. We have, again, people who are emotionally attached to the X1 narrative. It's almost like they don't understand. Hold on one second. Had like a little static. I think I took it off. I could hear it. But yeah, so you have two sides now that they're gonna be really visible. One side will be someone who does not care. Like, they're in it for the smart contract. They're in it for the Zen world. They are hyper focused on what's gonna happen to Zen whenever it happens. And then you're gonna have people with the doubt, the FUD, the real fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Like, I think it's weaker this time around. I actually think the crowd that's committed is much more grounded. Because you can see that, like, you're your own difficulty. That's the notion in Zen, if we want to get philosophical with it. Every piece of the puzzle is about how much can you bring to the table. And if you can't bring that much to the table, then yeah, you're probably struggling right now, because there's more that needs to happen. Right? We don't have enough burners. We got another one, so now we need another one. Right? And then we're gonna need another one, and we're gonna need another one. And like, building with Zen is what's really going to bring forth future that people wish to see that Jack is delaying. That's why I'm having hella fun. We over here creating the future and shit for no fucking reason. That's what X burner is. Like, oh, you want to burn your Zen? Like, the funny thing is when this fool West found a smart contract on the chain, which was like this layout, like it had this SVG already cooked up, and he like asked Jack, like, yo, can I use this? And then Jack was like, oh, we're not going to use it, so yeah, go ahead. So this is cool. Like how, again, like, it's like a lot of stuff is there. It's like a blueprint, but you just got to go out and develop it and have a vision so you can bring it to life. You know, like what you do after you burn the Zen is actually powerful because you've never really had this network before. People still don't even know how to articulate it. I mean, I think the burn though is a good articulation. Everybody wants to burn something. So like in Zen Burner, it's only been running for like maybe 12 hours or some shit. And yeah, it's burned 21 trillion Zen. And I'm gonna come burn because I want to get into this total supply pool. And when I burn, I'm actually gonna end up burning supply because since I want to get in and kind of be like a whale or whatever I want to be, I believe in X Burner. It's the first of its kind. You know, I'm gonna have to position myself, you know, with anybody else who can burn as much as me. And that's what's crazy about X Burner is it could almost be like a natural compounding emission X1 token where those who have the most or know how to get the most, they all go through like, you know, different types of compounding emission tokens. But you're really going to want to try to find one where you can like secure your interests, right? Like we're interested in X1 chain. So when you burn your Zen for X Burner, which is like 100 or 1 million CB Zen to 1 X burn, then you get, again, some X burn tokens for as much as you're going to burn. But yeah, you're affecting the total supply, right? And we all know that the total supply is really hard to make where we are right now. Like I'm up there with the rest of those people who have a lot, and they're gonna have to make a decision because either you're gonna wait for Jack Levin and you're gonna try to figure it out and just wait for what the fuck ever he says, or you're gonna start burning now and getting your burn points now and not waiting for Jack's moment. You're just gonna start building your reality of what the burn is like for the rest of the burn. Like there's no reason to wait around. X Burner, again, it's the first of its kind. Shout outs Tree City West because he the GOAT. His mind is like oh shit. See, he comes from IT, so like him in like GPT is like the Glock with the switch on it. Like, like yo, chill, bro. You're too good at this shit. So yeah, this is immutable too. He we got Ludacris drinking. X Burner to take DXN top burner spot. Hell yeah. The problem with DXN is it didn't create a feedback loop, and they could do it right now just to compete, but it would just be like, see, it would just turn into that. It would be like a see. Do you really want to burn yours in with them and like keep your interest there? Because that's your gasoline. Like you're going, yeah, you're burning for X1 chain, but you should want to burn towards something that's gonna, you know, help the ecosystem. In my opinion, that's what I call an emissions dApp, like something that's designed in the forward like move for like CB Zen, because that's the best reaction. If you can make a reaction on the CB Zen chart, now you're really making a reaction on X1 chain. That's gonna be a bigger way of looking at it. Some people are probably just gonna keep looking at it as like, let's get their interest or still there, because yeah, burning is also like an attention point. So, you know, you could take a lot of attention from somebody. That's like DXN. Like some people are mega invested in that shit. And then they created like that NXD token on the back of that shit. But yeah, they just might have came with the wrong angle. That's kind of how I'm starting to think of a lot of development and technology. Like you could come up with an idea. Everyone could think like, oh no, nothing's better than this. And then someone comes up with just a better angle at that idea. And then the game progresses. So I assume like in burning, we should have more of a competition amongst the developers to try to make the most ripple effect on top of CB Zen right? Because it's all the attention. It's simple. Vamos putos. Y'all speaking hella Spanish. I'm busy. What's up, Josh? You busy ass weekend. Yeah, it was a busy ass weekend. Jack was putting on work. Jack was putting in the work on X over the weekend. He was speaking everywhere. Yeah, I saw him at hella spaces. He was doing hella spaces. But yeah, X burner renounced the contract, so it's just a flow-in contract. Next, send it to a dead address. Lows. Yeah, like this is what's kind of crazy about like burning XEN is you can really transform the crypto experience. And again, I think it's like cool small inventions, because you can invent a lot of different ways to get people in. Like this is using the 80-20 rule, where 20% of your burn goes to the liquidity pool and then 80% goes to your burn. So it's kind of like, again, it's like a gate on the burn towards X1 chain, but it's trying to find like that balance, right, in between like what is fair for someone to burn and what is profitable, because the dev doesn't take anything. This is 100% just supposed to help CBZen, right? Like CBZen go up, everybody get happy. That candle looking crazy. And it's pretty solid, because now I think too, people have to think about it. You want to think like, do I sell my CBZen or do I take an opportunity on a very low cap market cap token? Like this is a real crypto coin. Like this shit can pick up marketers. It can do whatever it wants. I mean, that's if you wanted to do that, but I don't, again, I think it's just really cool. We don't need to dream big. It's only been one day. Somebody's already dumped all their tokens. Damn, this is crazy. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is, we're going to see how this floats. In the very beginning, when it was small, it worked out pretty well. But yeah, the best part about it is, again, people got to burn the XEN in order to dump the price. And that's what we want. We want them to burn the XEN and then buy back and burn the X burner to help the CBZen price. And as long as that shit is occurring, you should be able to kick back. I would say then you if you want to become like crazy burn, as like you're trying to strategize your moves towards X1. That's what the X burner, in my opinion, journey would be like. Is like you're trying to get into X1 chain, so you're strategizing like how you're gonna put XEN towards that. So maybe you're burning like 1 billion XEN a day, and you put it through this protocol, right? So you have your billion XEN points for the future. Right. And I mean, that's hard to see right now because, again, there's all this FUD in the space, mad FUD. And it's like hard to think like people will be focused on how they're burning into X1 chain. Like, I think yesterday Jack had said something about Microsoft and how like it's hard for everyone to work with a single blockchain because they don't have the right payment rails, or like they don't have the right like authorization due to the private keys of like the node set. Like, since the nodes aren't really decentralized, it just kind of postpones like payment rails. And in the beginning of Zen 2, he talked about like how Zen could be in the e-commerce space. And I think, it's like a lot of different ways to take it. But yeah, how you use the Zen is pretty much the whole thing, like you want to burn the Zen towards something. He's doing it for a blockchain. We doing it for a little community coin on top of the idea that he's doing it for a blockchain. So he's including the community coin burners. I don't know. I think it's a match made in heaven, in my opinion. I don't know. What's up, Tree City West? Homie, enter the chat. The homie entered the chat. What's interesting is that the price fails, so there is no burn discount until either CBZen falls or price of X burn pumps. Now more CBZen will be minted, price will fall, and then it will hit that discount level and burning will resume. Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm that's gonna be the like weird experiment here. But I feel like you don't need to keep up with that part. That's kind of like the maximizing today's gains, which is also what's wild if you want to be a market maker in this, because there's a lot of different ways you could take it, because now it exists. People already burned theirs in, so it's go time. I think that's it's super special about this whole scenario. Once you create something that burns Zen, as soon as it starts burning and people start interacting with it, the life starts. So you can do anything you want to do with it. To put guardrails on a token, that's like putting a farm on it, or again, doing something where it feeds it. So luckily this is on base chain. So thinking of a dApp to feed it, that's just normal shit, And again, it's limited in supply. There's only 1 million of these. So it's about bringing people in to the community, because the more inflation that's created, the more people we can bring in. So we need more people to burn Zen. But if people aren't going to burn Zen, that's like actually bullish, because then it's going to stay capped and it gives it motion to move in the buy factor. So there's a lot of ways to look at it. But I think, again, it's just a clear coin like Zen, because it's just a 1 million to 1. All that other shit, all that other shit is the game theory. So that's kind of what I'm talking about right now. Like the game theory on X burner is wild. There's many ways it can go, and it will be based on how many you have. Because that's the whole thought of the the NFT. When you burn your Zen, you get a bonus if you go long, and you get more as such. Right? This is a small little bonus, and you could forfeit emergency in and not get the rewards for going extra long. Pause. But personally, that's why, again, I think this is a nice emissions vehicle. It's very straight and to the point. It's kind of like, what is Fair Crypto gonna do? Right? Do we need to get the Jack retweet? But yeah, you could do 1 days. I got like the 1 days right here. Or you could just end it and get it. But that's why, again, like the game theory is when people decide to like, this thing is funny because it's just a way to burn Zen. But because it has this amplifier where you can create more of these, it makes, I think it's the first of its kind. Like, why didn't DBZen do this? Or why didn't Phoenix do it? I don't know. Maybe I also think it was in the beginning of Zen. there wasn't a lot of inflation, so it was hard to probably come up with the idea that you would want to capture a little bit while you burned. So then that way the emissions token had reason. Like if Phoenix captured just a little bit, or if Joe made like a contract, or it's like almost like if CB, what if it's almost like, what if X burner added like a side part where you can like divide all your burns and like send a few of the Zen coins to like another contract or something, and you can just burn for like Phoenix with X burner. And then, but yeah, that would be cool, because then X burn could take a little fee off of that and give it back to like stakers or something for everybody who decides to take on like the multi-burner extension. Products on top of products on top of products. But yeah, this shit is just about burning Zen, bro. Like the rest of that shit, that's just part of the game. Man, I want to burn some right now so we could do it live, but I got minutes. I'm not gonna just end my stake early. And this is, yeah, you know, like this is where the game theory in Zen comes back to life, because when you have a whatever bag and you know that Zen is down bad because people don't believe in it, but you know that CB Zen is competitive. Like the stakers over here are competitive. They have some big bags. And there's just a lot of people just sitting around. So it's like it's a weird ecosystem in the Zen world, because again, there's doers and sitters. It's not like ETH where a bunch of people are just like waiting for Jack to come out with X1 chain information. It feels again more alive. Look at now, the total supply dipped under 300. Nice. Advanced filters. People are just selling X burn to get CB Zen to keep burning it, and now we got to give them something to do with their X burn and that burn function. It's a beautiful cycle for CB Zen. Yeah, no, CB Zen, it goes on flight when you use it in that regard. Here, let's see, where's the stake at? That's skate, not steak. I don't know if that's the right function. Damn, there's no stake. I want to see the stakers. So I gotta find a page with a staker on it. See, I wish I could do research like this on ETH Zen, but it doesn't move like this. Man, people are minting right now. Still at 337 million. Let them sell it. Let them sell it. The tokenomics on Zen are perfect. It's stress free. I think again the X1 hype is so large that like it's a free market. It's like a free advertisement for Zen. So like you don't have to put a lot of stress into advertising or hoping that like the team figures out like how to get users to see it. And that's like the most special part about interacting with Zen or being like a whale in the ecosystem. Because at least like you know that you're not whaling on the behalf of somebody else. Like right now, like a lot of people are crying and shit because it's all like, oh, there's no X1 chain again. Like, oh no. But then there's like, again, there's so many workers. The fucking XENblock hash rate is like 33. Like, what the fuck? It's almost like people are moving into XEN because that's At least that's a little real. Zen's kind of like a fantasy. Damn, man, what the fuck? Niggas are fucking bulk minting like a madman. Is there any stakers here? Nobody stakes on a Sunday. That's just it. Or maybe all the stakers moved. They moved in. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I just want to see the stakers, but it won't let me see it because it's not going to be here. Wham. I can kind of see it here, though. See, CBZen's super active. The thing about it is, the weekends are not, so there wasn't that many stakers yesterday. It's like that all the time. And right now, you probably got people waiting around, and then they'll get their stake, and then they'll restake. And again, the thing about CBZen, that's what it's showing me, is like it just needs people to start building around it and providing ways to get more liquidity into the pool. And this is like a fair opportunity for everyone if they want to participate before like X1 comes out. And then again, you don't need to do anything. You could just kick back and wait for that shit, right? That's like a narrative. But you could front run the front runners and actually have the liquidity pool set up so that when X1 shows up, you've got something that's really deep in liquidity with CBZen, and it's growing with CBZen while CBZen is, you know, growing with X1 chain, you know, as you know, all those narratives live, and the Google man is pushing the fucking his blockchain. So like, again, this is the freedom or the fairness that I see working with Zen, building with Zen, and where I think a lot of the rewards come from. And again, where I think if you're not a builder because you don't know how to develop, where you just becoming a staker and taking advantage of this 14% APY gives you an edge like on everyone that's coming later. Every single time like X1's delayed, it's actually an edge for everybody that understands what's actually coming later. There's nothing on this fucking earth like this X1 shit. So there's like, Jack was talking about Hyperliquid. I heard during our space, he didn't say Hyperliquid, but he talked about a side chain that forked Solana and brought a bunch of people over just to start trading for volume. And they were like shitting on Solana, and like now like Solana doesn't represent them or something like that. And that's kind of why, again, like I feel like X1, Jack Levin, Fair Crypto with Zensu and the team, they all want success, but they have a very permissionless environment that it has to exist. Like if it doesn't exist, then it's not going to feel real. And it's really on the community to build the value, and that's like the mindfuck. Like communities have always been given the building blocks. I guess I should say not building blocks. You really, the community's just been given money. VCs, right? VCs funding all these communities, and the smart ones sell, the stupid ones hold, right? Zen is the reverse of that, where you accumulate as much as you can before the Big Bang event, right? You burn as much as you can before the Big Bang event. Theoretically, that's how people should move, but people still kind of see it as like a VC coin, where again, they've inflated it for no reason. And some people are still inflating it in mass, right? CBZen has crazy active miners. I guess it's coming down right now, but it still got back up to 2 million. I think anything over 1 million is pretty wild. Like we've made that normal on CBZen, like 1 million C ranks a day. That's normal on CBZen. On EVEZen, it's moving in slow motion, bro. This thing is moving so slow, and that's because Ethereum is moving slow. So like, yeah, if you're rooting for XEN, or if you're trapped in XEN because it's got $10 million worth of market cap, then yeah, maybe your time in Zen is moving really slow. Like XEN looks like it's blowing up in C ranks, but the C ranks is like 200K. Like, this is laughable. I was talking about this in the Zen burner chat because this is the reality that is happening. We're living through this part of Zen history. We have hella days of no inflation. Like, if you're crying right now and selling your Zen, you ain't paying no attention. And we could see who's not paying attention, because there's still some people coming back and trying to collect all the data. But this is why you could never fall off. Like, if you felt like, if you shout out to everybody that stayed on along on the ride, because you've got all the alpha now. It's gonna keep running in cycles. Yo, Tree, you're gonna have to drop X burner on Ethereum before I get the fuck out of ETH. ETH is like full of cry babies, bro. There's so many cry babies in ETH, and loopers, like people who just go straight back to the fucking 1, not 0. Like, they can't achieve 0. Like, 0 is too painful. Like that reality is too infinite. So I don't know. Only Jack Levin's gonna be able to move ETH Zen, maybe Zen burner, but one of the reasons why Zen burner is working so well on CB Zen is because it's a smaller what do you call it? It's a smaller pool of Zenians that have a different belief. If it was like a religion, right? Like this is like a gated community where a lot of the tokens are staked and the stakers are believers. So to get the stakers to move is really like you're challenging the whole like design. I'm almost thought too, like another, like a chaos level design would be making staking pools that like use the Zen for trading, and you got like a token, like a LST for staking your Zen, and then like a bot or something like help create volume. I don't really know how to put it together, but that's like what we're doing right now in Zen, and on CB Zen we can like figure it out because the gas fees are so cheap. Like on CB Zen we can build a little framework of I guess you can say like finance. Like, I guess that's what we're trying to do. It's like we're trying to figure out how you take the CB Zen coin now and re-inject the value for those that care, because that crowd, if you can get that crowd to start moving, then everybody will follow, because those are the pro users. If the pro users in Zen all can get behind one pro app, then that's the pro app. It's just as simple as that. A whole bunch of people got behind DXN, and that's why DXN failed, because it didn't maintain the pro app feeling, so it died out. It's almost like, again, it's like our own stock market. Like, we can put a bet on whatever we want to bet on, and it wouldn't be hard, again, to do this right now. Like if this did, because again, I guess like we have more tokens on demand, and you just need buyers. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to focus on that kind of idea, though. That's why I don't want to explain it. I don't think X burner needs to rely on anything. I think people should sell it to Oblivion, to as low as it can go, and then like people who want to believe in it can just come and buy it. Because you're gonna burn your Zen anyways. So like, if you're holding your Zen to sell it, then yeah, you shouldn't burn your Zen for X burn, because you want to sell your Zen, and then that's what helps us, because we don't have extra pollution in the burn of people chancing themselves. So like losers deserve to get burned in X burn, because you should again come in level minded that this is just an emissions app. My value is an X1. Like you believe in X1, you gonna burn with X burn. If you don't believe in X1, you shouldn't burn with X burn. And we want that. I want that. I want it because it's gonna help with inflation. There won't be a whole bunch of extra shit, a whole bunch of extra baggage. It can just inflate as it likes. And that's only 14 million coins. Like, what the fuck? Right? And that's where it's like, yo, greed comes in, where someone, they understand what I'm saying, and then they go, well, yeah, how about I pump it? And then I get to shit on everybody that's going, like, doesn't know what's going on, right? The only way they can pump it is by either pumping the X burn price or by burning CBZN. That's the only two crossroads to come in and manipulate this thing. And that's kind of like everything that is a burn, or how I believe it should be, if it has the proper feedback loop to get people, again, moving around and trying to figure out, I mean, there's going to be so many games. Like every action leads to a reaction. Like I wouldn't be surprised if someone starts to try to do something on X burn, and then they move the price of CBZN just to get everybody in the X burn, just to dump CBZN, and try to get motherfuckers like caught up in the feedback loop. But in the process of doing that, they're gonna burn CBZN, because the burning is the action to get the reward. So yeah, the experiment's gonna get fucking nuts. Just day one is already kind of showing us what a boomerang it could be. Some serious pitching. Check out CBZN supply. Pinching on CBZN. On, what do you mean? You're talking about this liquid supply? Yeah, I mean, the liquid supply went down. It rose by a lot, because somebody like unstaked. But that's actually kind of funny. It rose a lot because someone unstaked, and then now it's going down, even though the staking's going down and the liquidity's going up. Is that what you're talking about? See, because what I'm at with it is, if the burn is tasty, people can make CBZN by the day, and then you can burn it. But again, that's why it's like what we're building in Zen right now as a community is we're trying to figure out our foundation of finance. If we can figure out how to web liquidity together in a decentralized way, especially on CBZN or on any chain, but I'm just picking CBZN again because it is where all the people are. Is 100% where everybody is. You don't see any of the other Zen chains in the topics. Right now it's base versus Solana, and X1 is on both of those. So we might as well get caught up in the fucking crossfire as people try to spend their money to root for their favorite chain. Just kidding. I don't know. Root for whoever you want to root for. But yeah, CBZN has a fair chance at actually webbing the liquidity in a way where it's helping everybody that attaches to it. Right? Because if it goes up, it rises the whole economy or everything that's attached to it in the fairest ways possible, is how I believe. Yes, some people may attach themselves to it and not be good actors, but that's just how the economies work, you know. But if we can figure out one, I think that's good for the overall community. And yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You can make one too. Fine. Somebody else make one. Somebody pitch it to me. Let me know. Yo, I got pixelated art slashed on my computer. Maybe I'll send it over for some prototypes just for clout. CBZN X burn. Burn X burn for Zen burn nights. Hey, I want a Zen burn night if it's like a flaming skull night. That'd be fucking cool. Or like a space night. I don't know. or a night. That'd be tight though. Sirius Samson, what's up, bro? He says X burn is about to set CBZN on fire. XEN is struggling right now. So save on. Yes, sir. It's kind of crazy how much it's struggling. Like it's gonna come back though. I don't know why I'm saying that. I keep saying that. It's gonna come back. These are market makers. So the thing about XEN is it's Jack Levinson. So it's gonna come back. How deep liquidity, like, you know, like how I keep thinking like, oh, there's gonna be bad actors. The most bad actors would be on Ethereum. That's another reason why it's gonna be fun to build on Base, because you know there's not gonna be tons of people just trying to, or you know, the Zen world is who's gonna invite bad actors to Base, but maybe they won't come because it's Base chain and they hate Base. Yeah, XEN, it's gonna fucking pop off, bro. Like everybody's gonna build something for it, right? We'll put X. It's like you could put X burner on XEN, and it will help build a feedback loop that it, you know, again, helps the price appreciates, helps people move around, helps people buy, and the tokens. If it had the same concept, there'd be less coins because there's less Zen on that chain. I don't know. Maybe he tweaks it. Maybe he does it. I wouldn't do it though. What up, Dang? What it do? Zen world. When the boomers are gone. I feel like the market's gonna boom in 3 to 5 years when the boomers are gone. Yeah, it could. I still though, there's a lot of money to be made in this market. You just need to kind of tune into it and get into the natives and then come into the like space. So it's like in Zen, we have that hodl culture, but that's where the builders need to help us like move the prices. And I feel like that's what we're seeing right here. We get to see people figure it out. Like maybe they don't want to do X burn, and now they are just buying it at a higher price, and they're gonna wait for it to go down. And then it just keeps going up because people are buying it to burn it. That's what I'm doing when I don't have any Zen. Oh yeah, here we are. We've come to the time. It's my time to get my stake. Daily staking your CBZN. Claim your CBZN every day. Burn it. Burn more CBZN with X burn. Then daily stake that CBZN. Then claim it with new earned CBZN. Burn it and repeat it. Yo, that's a fact though. So that's why, like, in the beginning, do not buy this fucking X burn coin. Do not go buy this thing. Just let it die and just turn it into CBZN. And it will figure itself out because it's feeding itself. Feedback loop. I hope I'm explaining this right. So like this thing is just dumping because people are getting it from the CBZN pool. So there's some other. Yeah. So there's these other ones that have been set up. I see there's a bread. Those ones aren't so big though. But in the CBZN pool, we'll just round up to 400, and then we'll round up to 800, so 1,200, and we'll just round up to 6, and we'll say 1,800. So $1,800 worth of liquidity is wrapped up in CBZN, and that's what we're trying to get. That's why this is going to be the most dominant liquidity pairing with X-Burn, and then as people mint X-Burn, they're going to sell it into CBZN, which buys back CBZN, essentially, because the only way they can get their value is by getting it from CBZN. But every time someone burns, 20% of that burn goes to that liquidity pool to kind of help with this nature. So, and then that's where we got to see what happens with the nature of everybody doing what they're doing. So like me, for instance, it's my time to shine. Where is the bottom line of Zen? What does that mean? So we'll go ahead and grab this out. And so like I've been waiting for this X burner. So like, for instance, every day at 5 trillion, I've been getting 2 billion CBZen. And I just roll it back in and I compound it in. And I've been doing this for a hot minute. Right? I get some extra funds, I buy some CBZen, I put it in the staker, and I keep compounding it. But I knew I was going to come to a crossroads such as this, where I'm going to have to take 1 trillion of my 5 trillion and put it towards something. Right? So I'm about to, sack some of my yield. Kind of, it's like going backwards in time. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm going backwards in time. But this is like what's cool about Zen. Like I have so much freedom in my sovereignty, and I'm so early that like I'm still reaping the benefit of the 14%. So, 1 trillion of CBZen is more of like a move. Like, oh, I'm going to keep this trillion for when I want to make a move, right? It's like you saved up some money and now the day has come, you're going to go buy the concert tickets. I think that's why we see 21 trillion worth of CBZen here, because you have a lot of minters that have already joined. And like me, like, I don't know. So it depends on how you want to run it. I'm going to get some CBZen right now. Their great wealth transfer. I think that's what's happening. Where is the bottom line in Zen? What does that mean? What's up, Hosen? If you're chilling with your boy, hit the like button, hit the heart button. I'm still positive on Zen. The last Mohican. Bow. So I'm going to do 500 first. And then I'll do another 5 in the future. And what happens is like what makes this special is this idea that you can oh man, okay. I got to type it out then. 5 billion. Damn it. There's too many zeros already. My eyes are crossing. Okay. Million. Thousand. 100. Darn it. What the fuck? Man, I'm high. 500 billion. Million. Thousand. 100. Oh, okay. One too many zeros. And I'll do it for 10. I'll do it for 1 day. See, like this is what's see, like this also is what plays into the game theory. So when you burn, right? There's a Git book too. So if you want to get the Git book, because I'm about to burn it right now, so I'm not trying to make like a tutorial video. That's not my vibe. Go read, do the work, learn how it works, so you can get the most from it. All right, but the way the burn mechanism works for Zen Burner is, oh, maybe you have to update this because this one doesn't have 1 million. But you'll see over here, it's 1 million CBZen for every 1 X burner. So this is just 1 0 off. But this is what it is, the splitting burn mechanism. So like you're going to want to go and that's why, we don't know what people are going to put in the future. Like there might be better services. I think this is where the sauce comes in. Because the 20% can go any way. right? Maybe you do want the full 100% worth of Zen coins that you have, because that's your rock. You're like, I got a trillion. I need the whole trillion, right? But this splitting burn mechanism is where Zen can take projects to the next level, because how you divide the burn might be interesting to the user. In this simple, I guess you could say, proof of concept, 20% of it is going to the contract, right? So if I put in a 100, or if I put in 1 billion, 200 million is going to the liquidity pool. One of these liquidity, or the V2 liquidity pool, right? And then this is going to fill up with that 200 million, and then 800 million goes to my address, and then I can get credited X1 burn points, and I'll get 800 million burn points, right? I mean, Jack hasn't explained the burn points, so we're kind of jumping the gun on this shit for real. But I think that's the whole point, is to make it so people start developing things, because it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the biggest challenge after X1 chain is going to be trying to get someone to put $1 million into Zen versus straight into X1 chain. So you got to keep your window wide open with reason, because the highest risk is actually going super long on Zen and hodling all the way to the end, which is 2029. We know that when we get to 2029, it might be something. But at the same time, there's a high chance, there's a very high probability that it'll just be like OP Zen, where everybody's just waiting around. Like CB Zen is showing you the effects in product market fit world. CB Zen is showing you the power of Zen, where if you want to get into crypto, maybe make a formula like Zen. But if you don't have a lot of clout because you haven't invented anything, like you're just a Joe Schmo that's really good at JavaScript, maybe you make something like Tree City West just did with Zen Burner, which is attached to the Zen network to amplify your invention, essentially. And by providing the right split burn mechanism in your invention, you might attract a lot of, I would say, talented players. I think people in the Zen world they're like the new Bitcoiners. So to get someone in that arena to move is powerful. Even me right now doing this, I want that bonus though. I'm going to do 10 days. Fuck y'all. I ain't going to miss out on the bonus. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. You can lengthen the days and go long with X burn and play the game. And maybe you get a little bonus because, or maybe the bonus will come in, you get a little bit more chips because you decided to go long, and you can see the vision of like people burning for this and selling it down. And, you can use both sides of the invention. One side would be to buy it. But I mean, again, you could just burn your Zen for it. You don't have to buy it at all. Just wait some time. You don't have to buy it at all. Like you can participate without even having to buy it. All right. Just pick your dates. You could do 10 days, 1,000 days. I think the maximum is 3,000. 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years to get an 11x multiplier. That's OD though. But I mean, hey, the question always arises, what if Zen is going on for 10 more years? What if X Burner does become a fan favor? Do you want to just have that one burn and walk away? The one burn, walk away from the DApp right here? No, I don't recommend that. I'm going to do 10 days. So like this is also what is going to make this very attracting. And why, again, I think Zen is more of a product on top of EVM more than it is like, well, it's everything, but like It's like the gas, man. It's the fucking gas. Like you can use CBZen and burn it, and it helps the overall ecosystem. And if you're minting CBZen, then you're happy because you're like, woo, I minted 12 billion CBZen for like 18 cents. Like, yeah, I should be okay with selling or burning some of it for a token that can enter the real game. And I entered the real game for 18 cents. Like it's nuts. It's nuts out here. Is it still approving? Oh, it approved. I saw this last time. So yo, Tree, this is like one thing that happens, but I think it's because I waited too long. So the UX like froze. So I had to go back and do it again with a fresh UX. But you can see I can burn now. So we'll do 10 days, 500 billion CBZen, right? And then this is kind of what makes everybody super hyped. Damn, we're putting two. Oh, can you see it? No, y'all can't see it. So we're going to do 500 billion, 1x lock, 10 days. I get a multiplier of 1500 extra X burn. I'm okay with that. Oops. I think that's cool. And then, yeah, my estimated X burn amount is going to be 500,000. And I'm cool with that. I do want to get a whole million, so I will come back and burn some more, but just for the screams. Hi. All right, so now what we need to do is we have to rush over here because somebody's going to try to fucking snipe my fucking pool. So now what happens is that now that I've burned it, I have to swap instantly and make sure that I get my 5 billion back. All right. So this is what makes this shit fucking excellent. I had to do it quick because we're live on stream and I didn't want to get sniped. But when I burned my 5, here we go over here. So let me show you. So the swap and burn. So Zen tokens accumulate to the contract from a 20% portion of all burns. The threshold trigger. When accumulated Zen reaches a threshold of 100,000 Zen. I think actually this has changed. So now it's 5 million. Yeah, so 5 million CBZen. The swap function becomes available. What happens is the user reward is called 5% is of the accumulated Zen. So like I just got 5% of the Zen back. And then the swap the remaining 95% of the Zen goes to the X burn through Uniswap, and then 100% of that X burn that's received is burned. So this is just like a way to trigger the burn. Yeah, you just gotta update the Git book. Yeah, so once 500 million CBZen goes through the contract, you can set it up so that it burns 500 million CBZen, and this is all accumulated from people burning. So you'll see I have the rebate now in my so I got the 5 billion Zen where now I could just burn this again. Do 10 days. This would be cool to maybe Infinity approve in the future too, Tree, if you wanted to. But the fees again, the fees are like sub-zero. So you're really paying no fees to burn towards X1 chain on base chain. And like that's kind of again product market fit of like people are going to be looking to get to base chain. So, I mean, they're going to be looking to get to X1 chain. So you might as well leverage the two together. So that's going to go through. Then again, I just hop over real quick because that's definitely going to be over 500 million going over here. And then you could just do it again. Farming the burn. Farming the burn. Farming burn. Farming the burn. This is what you call getting ahead. We getting ahead right now. And then like a little bit of Zen will come over here, but it won't be enough to push it through, I don't think. Nah, it wasn't enough. But now, like if I go over here to this NFT log, I'll see my NFTs. 9 days, and I can get my little extra X burn. But yeah, this is where, again, if you're looking at getting into X1, why not do it through an emission dApp that gives you Zen back so you can burn some more Zen, right? Because you can also catch that. I caught people slipping essentially when more people show up to burn, and that's why it kind of like benefits you telling other people if you're in the Zen world, because if more people are burning, then there's more opportunity for everybody to get maybe a swap and burn. Because if there's a ton of Zen coming in, then this threshold will just keep getting triggered, and it'll become like, again, a quick finger, like who's going to be here, or are you up and nobody's thinking about it, or do people not even learn about it? Yeah, because in the beginning, a lot of people didn't even know about it. They just came to start burning Zen, and they didn't even know they could get a little bit of Zen back after they burned their Zen, because they were just burning it. And then there were some people I was accidentally sniping, so I apologize. I apologize. Man, we burning Zen now. Now we're burning Zen. Damn, now my CB Zen column has to update here. We'll do this. There we go. Nice. Wow, I pushed it to 22 trillion. So we've burned 22 trillion Zen on base chain. The fucking chart pumped. Look at that. That's funny. The chart pumped because we did the buyback and burn. So this shit doesn't make any sense, but it's gonna make sense, right? It dumps until somebody burns. And it's almost like you could buy that part, but it's still risky, because don't buy something that's like airdropped, right? But we got to watch this pattern a few times. But yeah, a lot of these big burns, like you see how I just came in and did a big burn, that's what's going to move it, not the tiny little burns. So it is really targeted towards CB Zen whales more than it is targeted towards like, I got 1 billion CB Zen. If you got 12 billion CB Zen, like that's like $5 worth of CB Zen. You can, this is your move. You're a whale right now, right? Like there's no X1 chain. So it's up to you if you want to whale out. Yeah, we got this shit on OpenSea too. Man. Yeah, this is the fucking official burnzen.com live stream. If you have any questions in the chat about how to get rich, I don't fucking know. But I do know how to burn your Zen. So let me know. And if you're on YouTube, I mean, if you're on X, come to YouTube, because I don't be on X looking. So let's see here. Let's look at the stats. All right, we got 24 owners. That's pretty awesome. Looks like we got 86 Burns NFTs. That's pretty sick. Here, let's look at it from lowest to high. Let's look at it from most recently created. These are mine. Nice. So like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. There's like a game in here. Who's gonna burn the most Zen on one of these X burn cards? That's an artifact. Like every single one of these is like your burn record. It's like your little burn artifact. Yeah, so like on the thing that you see here on the xeNFT or the burn tee on the burn tee, it shows the amp. That's the same amp as CBZen. So basically, X burn will only be created while Zen is being created, just like that. Like, but it just like stops. I don't know what that means. That's why, who cares? I don't know what that means. Like, we're not that far into the future yet, so. That's what that means today, though. 2,397 days to go. That's what that shit means. Josh with the burn emojis. Yeah, bro. Burn them down. But this is crazy. That was just a little tiny buy. So this will be unique because, again, yeah, this is going to grow, and as the liquidity gets thicker, as people stake, because that's what's happening to, yeah, that maybe that's what it is too, the injection of value into the liquidity. Maybe every time there's a little bit of Zen or a batch of Zen that goes in, it shares like the principles of both. So it really, like, it binds it together. It's positive on both sides, because that Zen never would have been on the DEX, right? That's the problem with a lot of the people who hold Zen. They don't want to put the Zen on the DEX, because if they do, then, they don't know what the fuck is happening. Some shit can happen, and now they gotta fucking deal with the shit. So I can feel that, I don't want to deal with the shit. God damn it. Yeah, look at all these pool moves. Damn, hella pool moves. Jeez. Zetus Lapidus. Y'all remember that movie? I was moving too slow. I wanted to see if I could check on the stake. On his fucking transactions. CBZen is alive. Oh, look at FineZen. There I am. What is this? FineZen. Damn, I started a frenzy on this smart contract. Here we go. See, we add into the smart contract. There we go. Yeah, so what I do sometimes is I look to see who's rocking. And I see, like, there's one whale, obviously. This guy has like so much Zen, but I'm not really too worried about them. They're up to 69 trillion. Shit. They bought all that shit off the DEX, though. A lot of the price in CBZen is because of this account. So I don't know what this account's plan is, but again, they've got a well-positioned play in the game. But yeah, so they're staking. We have, I guess, a 2 trillion staker here, a 1 trillion staker here. We got a 10 trillion staker here. CBZen 1000X. This fool's back. Lols. I think what the fuck? Man, they must just be working their ass off. We'll see if they sell it down. They really they had a whole bunch, man. They had way more than 10 trillion. And this is why, again, I'm like, yo, if you're running in the whale race at CBZN, you'll see all the whales that are really here. They're fucking in the staking. And if you're not trying to grab 10 trillion Zen, then you're not really in the race and you do not matter. So XBurner, again, is trying to attract people in the race. And that's why our supply will most likely be in the hands of the right people. Hopefully. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe some people come in and try to corrupt it. But I think it's a good relationship between Zen and a good mission, emissions token, that's like attached to X1 that you can feel safe about burning now, and you don't have to wait for X1. And again, you can start building a journey towards burning today. A lot of people are waiting around for X1 chain and they have no clue how they're going to burn. Like, you don't even know how you were going to approach the auction every day anyways. Where were you going to burn the tokens anyways to get the fucking burn points? Were you going to wait for Jack Levin to just do a light JavaScript website where you just throw your fucking tokens into a dumpster or something? Like, realistically, again, that's what I think people are waiting on. But the app will give you the ability to just kind of get on the road, and you won't have to do the DXN thing. I think more people would be burning for DXN if it didn't have just staking. Like, if DXN had a way to help the liquidity pool, more people would probably be here. And I mean, they had a chance in the hype. If they were really fair, like they had the chance to capture a lot of Ethereum to back it. And that's what's going to be really hard in this new world of Zen. Like, getting people to pair their ETH with Zen is fucking insane. Look at Zen right now. It's about to trade to the upside. Yeah, so that's not, yeah. This is so funny. Bro, Zen is a trading coin. There's market makers. Is this really going to match up to what I thought is going to happen? But we're just way below the bottom. That's funny. Couldn't call that. That's funny. What are they about to be? Market makers up 10%, 11%. Bro, they could take this shit up to 25% right now from this low. That'd be funny. So yeah, Zen's a trading coin. Market makers are going to trade it because it's like one of the fairest trading coins you can get. If you're not a trader, you should be into burning and holding and staking. Right. And that's what I mean. If you're holding your Zen, you should probably be staking it. And if you're not staking it, you should probably be burning it. And if you're not burning it, like right now, what I could do, yeah, that's like another thing I could do. I could enter the liquidity pool. I didn't even think about that. And then just get trading fees. Because I'm down for the downside. I wonder what that would be like. I need to get my tokens though, so that I would have to forfeit. Man, see, the game theory, it goes. Because what would probably be smart would be to take these X burn without so you don't see the rewards until a full day goes. When a full day goes by, then the rewards update. But right now you see I got 500,000 X burn if I were to forfeit and not wait for it to give me an extra 1,500 coins. But personally, I'm kind of like, yo, I could just pair that shit. Like, I could pair it in the liquidity pool. And if the CBZN gets traded into XBurn, like, I'm okay with that. But then, like, if I can just sit there for a while it accumulates trading fees, that's pretty bullish for people who finally, like, I've been waiting to sit in a real liquidity pool on base. Right now, the volume on this is 500 or $5.8 thousand. So yeah, if you have a good, a good position in this liquidity pool with your CBZen and your XBurn, you're actually going to be eating some of these fees as it trades naturally, right? As people burn it and it lives its life. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to play it, and it's fair. It's all, again, kind of designed around the chart. But it's just not telling you what to do. You got to figure it out right now. Maybe Tree City West and some other people will invent ways to make liquidity pooling easier. But until then, you can kind of just do it yourself. But yeah, that would be kind of the move. I wonder what it would look like. Fuck it, I'm gonna forfeit it. I'm gonna burn some more. I just affected the inflation. And people over here burning in the little bits. So now if I... Man, we should partner with Aerodrome. That's the next mover. Burning is fun and addicting. Yeah, watch out. Well, it's because it's so cheap, bro. Watch out, bro. All right, I'm gonna make the pool. I'm gonna pair my two together. I'll just do full range and see where it goes. You don't really make the most money on the full range, but fuck it. Choose the two tokens, XBurn and CBZen. No, I'm gonna join the V2 pool. So yeah, like, okay, so let's make a new position. But again, I think you want to join the V2 pool. Now there's other liquidity pools, and that's why maybe one day somebody will make something to help articulate this better. But yeah, you're gonna have V4 pools, V2 pools, V4 pools. Nobody did a V3. Okay, so yeah, there's just version, well, because version 4 is like a better version 3. So yeah, V2 is definitely different than V3. And yeah, this is like version 2 Uniswap. That's where it's half and half. Where if I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, one side of the bread got peanut butter, the other side got jelly, right? So I got half and half of the sandwich. On a V4, it's more dynamic, so you can set ranges where it's single sided, where you kind of just like do like a DCA or dollar cost average through the range that you set, or you can like set up a full range and kind of just ride in the middle like you're doing a V2. But when this liquidity pool was set up, it actually started with V2. So V2 has all the volume, but I do see that V3 is cooking right now. So maybe you would want to be in both, but I'm gonna just go with the one that moves with the liquidity, or excuse me, with the burn. So when people burn their X burner tokens, where's the contract at? Oh yeah. So when people burn their Zen for X burn, it routes the 20% through a V2 routing. So I can see that right here. If you want to learn how to read smart contracts. But yeah, you can see it imports right here through V2. Or yeah, V2 routing. So you probably want to be in the V2 pool because the contract is working in V2. But you can definitely be in V4 or V3. But yeah, I think V2 is where you're going to see the most fees. You know, something cool. And I'll just put half and half in there. And this is just like bonus, you know, like I really wanted to burn for X1 chain. Like I was going to burn more than 1 trillion. So what's 500 billion? I'm already going to do it. Right. That should always be the nature. And then this is what's funny. So right now, because the ratios are off, I'm actually getting a discount on my CBZN. I don't have to put up as much CBZN to make a half and half pool right now because it's the ratios are slightly off. Right. Because everyone is selling their X burn to the downside because they're getting back the CBZN that's in the pool so they can burn it and get burn credit. So now the price of CBZN is under 1 million CBZN for one X burner. So if I burn X burn and put it in the V2 pool, I'm getting a discount to join the party. Because if it catches up, like I'm saying, like all it takes is people to start fucking around. And I got this CBZN for free, baby. Basically. I basically got it for free, dude. So I'm putting it to work now in the fucking Uniswap. I've been waiting to put the CBZN to work in Uniswap. I've just been putting it to work in the staking. So now this is like another product added to the daily work in the Zen world. We stake up with the nature, with the naturals. And then now we've got ourselves a liquidity pool we can kind of help manage. Burning Zen feels like deporting border jumpers. Damn, this is fun. Where you jumping to? That fool's jumping somewhere. Where are you jumping to? Where we jumping to? Where we jumping to? And this thing's kind of slow. Uniswap's always slow. Oh, never mind. This is approved. All right. So let me do it. Let me do it. I'm getting front run right now. They're like, this person is a nah. Dude, it's been approved. Ugh. Yes, reset. Let me try this again. All right. I'm still holding the basis for everyone token as well. I don't know why in the hell I got caught up in that mess. What's up? What's up? Man, this thing doesn't want me to win. All right, hold on. It doesn't want me to win. Why does it want me to win? I always feel like this is the case for their front end. Uniswap's front end is garbage, but Uniswap would tell me to Uniswap would be like, yo, crypto bro, just get on Unichain. Bring your assets, bridge your assets to Unichain. What else do I have to approve? There we go. Baby girl. The whole world. See, this is that. See, like Tree, this is what we are with these like V2 liquidity pool points. This is where we make the next app. The next app is built on these liquidity pool points. And we make the whales of XBurn the first official, unofficial burning app of CBZN. We make them squeal. No, we we give them rewards for doing this type of stuff. But yeah, this is damn, I got 30% of the pool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I agree with this. Fuck it. Take my CBZN and give me your X burn. Find Zen is in the pool. I did my part. I could. It's not even that much, bro. It's like $150. Like, who gives a fuck? And it filled up this back to 1 trillion. So when Tree City West released this pool, he did it with 1 trillion CBZen and 1 million X burn. So, well, the fact that I just added some extra CBZen and got us back over that trillion, this is gonna get really interesting, right? It doesn't take too much, and like that, and that's when this was like $300-400 when it first started. I posted that shit on my X account. Yeah, look at this shit. When it started off, it was $471. And it was the same amount of CBZen, but the market cap, it didn't have all this like spread out liquidity. It was all concentrated in the V2 pool. It's pretty amazing to watch this shit build out. And it's all based on the burn Zen, which comes from the blockchain. Like, you can get 383 billion Zen. You can actually just create it right now. You might have to wait a long ass time for it to show up, but you could totally do it. And that's why, like, right now, yeah, you could burn, you can make a Zen in a day. So you can inflate the G rank and make 25 million Zen in 1 day right now. And then you can sell it over here, or you can burn that 25 million, get 25 X burn, and then you'd get back 18 million CB Zen, and then you can burn that, and then take that 18 million, or that the next 18 X burn again, and just keep doing that over and over again until your fucking thing is like super tiny paws. Dude, that's insane. Yeah, you get quite a few just based on a 24-hour one. Yeah, you get like, yeah, you get at least 8 burns out of 1 day worth of G rank at 500. Dude, I'm streaming way too long right now, but I'm just giving some more insight on this shit. I think it's really good. It definitely puts a lot of reason behind why you make Zen. But yeah, you could do 1 day. And right now, like, again, I'm saying it's like 2,500,000 people or wallets being made on base chain. And you can actually comfortably put the VMUs on a dead. If the chain is dead, you can get 500. That's kind of like the max. So yeah, you're getting 25 million Zen and CB Zen in 1 day. Which, I mean, dollar wise, it looks like you're spending around almost under $1. So how much is that in USD? So yeah, and it makes no sense to do it because you're definitely not getting your dollar back by burning your Zen, right? Burning your Zen in X burn is not profitable. Do not do it for profit. Do not do it for profit. It is a way for you to burn your Zen tokens to get X1 burn credit points. If it makes gains, it makes gains. And I know it's designed pretty fucking crazy for it to possibly make gains. So yeah, the hopium is all there for people to sell it to others. If you want to go out and sell X burn and become some sort of, again, whale in this side of things, because you're a whale on CBZen. But yeah, you're not going to make profit until this project, you know, again, goes up. And it's going to take a second for the chart to make sense to people. And it's going to take a second for people to start to burn. I mean, everybody got CBZen to burn until the burner app shows up. So we'll see. We'll see how many people really got CBZen to burn, or if they can only, again, like maintain, you know, the I'm getting burn points, because still getting you're like basically getting X1 for under $1, because this is 2 clicks and then this is 2 clicks, and that's sub a penny. That's maybe 1 penny. So maybe for 1 penny you're getting it. Baby girl. Fees unavailable. I'm so excited. Damn, BTC. We need to get the BTCB X burner pool like this. This one is not moving at all though, because it's like one thing about the liquidity pools, if nobody's trading the coins, there's not going to be any volume. So it's cool to see though. It's definitely cool to see. Oh, this the wrapped. Oh, this is V3. I'm looking at the wrong one. Well, we had an extra long stream today. Yo, join the Burns in Telegram. Let me get the link. Damn, 132 members right now. We real Zenians over here. We burns in because X1 chain's around the corner. It really is. So you should burn Zen too. Hey, if you're not burning any Zen, then at least watch this button here, because maybe you can find yourself with a CBZen faucet, so you can get yourself some extra CBZen for I don't know what you want it for. But yeah, man, it's fucking Monday. There's no X1 chain, and CBZen is #1. You mad? CBZen is #1. Where's some Zen? Where's some Zen?